This is News 3 Now at 6.
It offers one of the more impressive views of the Capitol and the entire city of Madison. Vino on East Washington Avenue opened up 3 years ago. It sits on top of the AC Hotel on the 10th floor. But that view of the dome could be blocked by a proposed $130 million development.
Project designers and some city leaders view it as progress. Jamie Perez found out more about the project today, and she joins us live now at Vino to explain. Jamie?
All right, well, this view of the Capitol is really what Vino is known for, but they say that this development project, which would be built right above this building and would extend right to about where we are now, could block this view up to 75%. From 10 stories up, this view was a big reason Sarah Granados knew exactly where to put her restaurant 3 years ago.
Part of the memories that people are making here.
The Vino co-owner tells us it's the only one of its kind that anyone can go see, but she's worried a big development is going to change that.
Property we've been assembling in the block for the past 25 years, and so we finally have enough pieces to advance the new development, which we're calling the American Exchange development.
Mark Binkowski is part of the team working on a $130 million building that would rise directly to the west of Vino. It would include hundreds of underground parking stalls with ground-level retail and 8 floors of office space above.
Our goal is to continue creating space that we can attract new companies to come to downtown Madison and locate on the Capitol Square.
Granados said she doesn't mind the downtown development. She just wants to see the building a few stories shorter.
Part of the reason that our building was approved to be as tall as it was the public access component of these top 2 floors. So we take it seriously, the responsibility to preserve that.
Binkowski says the size is all about making such a large parking garage make sense financially.
Unless we can maximize the density above it, the project is not financially feasible.
The Urban Design Commission will need to approve the first steps of this project on October 7th. Colin Punt is part of that team and says the views will be considered in their decision.
Most of those considerations are for views from further away, such as up and down East Washington. But the Plan Commission will be looking at all of those.
Both Granados and Binkowski said they've met several times to come to a compromise, but much like the building, it's still a work in progress.
We think that there's a bit more compromise that could be done.
Understand that there are sometimes some repercussions of that, and some people are not always going to be happy with that, but we hope that on the whole, people see the development as really a net positive for downtown.
So this project is obviously not a done deal, still a work in progress, and it still has several phases of approval to go through in the city. If it does get approved on time, as it should, they said they could break ground next summer and would be a 2-year construction project.
Jamie Perez reporting from downtown Madison tonight. Jamie, thank you.
And as we take a look at another iconic view, the Madison lakefront at Lake Mendota, there's a chance for some showers and thunderstorms this evening. Let's get your first warn forecast meteorologist Dana Fulton. Dana?
Yeah, you can see some of that rain off in the distance right now. We've had scattered showers passing through over the last few hours, and there's still a bit of rain in the area. Not seeing any lightning right now, though, so no thunderstorms. Here's a look at the track over the last 3 hours. Showers currently just moving through the area after a very dry stretch. As we take a little closer look at downtown, could be feeling a few raindrops stretching all the way up to Sun Prairie. Much of Dane County getting a bit of a break right now. Some showers northwest of Janesville and near Fort Atkinson. We're seeing some rain passing through. This trend, again, continuing to move southeast, so we're not completely in the clear just yet. We'll still have a few more spotty showers pass through over the next few hours, but by midnight the rain will be gone and we'll be back to sunshine for tomorrow. 71 currently in Madison with a bit of a breeze from the south-southeast. A mild afternoon temperature-wise, and we'll be in the 70s through the weekend. We'll take a closer look at that 10-day and the cool down that will follow into next week in just a few minutes.
Madison police have arrested a man in connection with a fatal crash on Mineral Point Road last week. 18-year-old Maurice Chandler faces several charges of first-degree reckless homicide. The crash happened Thursday around 7 p.m. at the intersection of Mineral Point Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Traffic specialists are looking to speak with anyone who saw the incident or helped at the scene.
Vice President Mike Pence back in Wisconsin today, this time visiting the northwestern part of the state. He, along with Labor Secretary Gene Scalia and Ivanka Trump, arrived in Eau Claire this morning. From the airport, the three traveled to Midwest Manufacturing to tour that facility. Afterwards, the vice president took to the stage. He spoke about the passing of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
And as we rightly honor her life of service, The Constitution of the United States provides that the President shall appoint judges to the Supreme Court. And I promise you, come this Saturday, President Donald Trump will do his duty, and we will nominate a principled conservative woman to the Supreme Court of the United States.
After Wisconsin, the vice president went to Minnesota for a Cops for Trump event.
Some doctors in Wisconsin are warning what a speedy Supreme Court replacement could mean for health care. They are deeply concerned about the potential to overturn the Affordable Care Act amid the coronavirus pandemic.
As physicians, we see every day how the ACA helps people in Wisconsin. People who once didn't have insurance can now see a doctor. People with chronic diseases can better manage their diabetes or heart disease. People who were once too sick to work or care for their families have newfound freedom and independence to give back to their communities. All of this is at risk.
The Darlington Elementary and Middle School will switch to virtual learning next week after 2 more people in the district tested positive for COVID-19. According to a post on its website, the district says teachers will use tomorrow to prepare for the switch, and virtual learning will last for 2 weeks beginning on Monday.
Around the state today, there were more than 2,300 new cases. 4 more people also have died since yesterday, bringing that total to 1,267. During a press conference this afternoon, Governor Tony Evers provided an update on the state's response to the pandemic. Today, he says more money will be heading to colleges and universities as the state continues to see an increase in cases on campuses.
So in addition to the funding and support for testing and contact tracing on our UW campuses that we have previously announced, today we announced an additional $8 million for our private colleges and universities across the state to support their testing efforts. But Wisconsin, we need everyone to do their part, especially our young people.
There were 58 new cases reported today in connection with UW-Madison, 32 from off-campus and 26 were on campus. Beginning Saturday, the UW will resume some in-person activities, included limited in-person instruction and some operations in the unions, dining, Badger markets, and libraries. Just yesterday, the quarantine orders at Celery and Whitty Halls were lifted. Mayor Santi Rhodes Conway says COVID cases are spiking around Madison beyond the university itself. This morning, the public health director called the 67% increase over just 1 week statistically significant. However, there aren't any signs of outside community cases linked directly to students.
We think of that as spillover. We monitor 3 things. We monitor case count trends on a weekly basis. We monitor a heat map of the age groups where we're seeing more illness, and we look deeply at the case notes. At this point, we are not seeing evidence of what we're calling spillover.
Public health staff are still trying to take an education over enforcement approach to limiting gatherings and mask rules, but the director says they're starting to cite people for purposely violating the rules.
Still ahead at 6, a vigil happening today on the steps of the state capitol. Plus, the Madison Public Market announcing its first 5 vendors today as we inch closer to its official opening date. Stay with us.
Stock up during the 10 for 10 sale this week at Hy-Vee. Mix and match any 10 of these items for just $10, like bird's eye vegetables, nor pasta or rice sides. And Hy-Vee tortillas are all 10 for $10, only at Hy-Vee.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Millions of inventory must be sold. Prices are slashed up to 60% off retail. Save thousands. Save big on new hot tubs, spas, and saunas. See the Michael Phelps Signature Swim Spas by Master Spas.
Hi, I'm Michael Phelps. Join the swimming revolution.
The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show this weekend in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Visit 1-800-SPASale.com.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know it needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. The Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy providers are working together to help keep your heat and power on. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
But they've got the experience. I'm still in shock 3 or 4 years later that we're in this position now.
November can't come fast enough because there are families that need help now.
There is no good reason, if you are able to vote, not to vote.
We need to, right? We need to have individuals that are in office like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Good governance makes a difference.
To the thousands who did not vote, we need you to show up for our future and for our country.
That's right. You cannot sit on the sidelines. You got to get in the game.
Stock up during the 10 for 10 sale this week at Hy-Vee. Mix and match any 10 of these items for just $10. Like Hy-Vee special recipe brats, Hunt's ketchup, and Smart Water are all 10 for $10. Only at Hy-Vee.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Dane County is unveiling a major 2021 county budget initiative today. County Exec Joe Parisi and members of the board introduced a plan to use $300,000 to explore the development of a mental health triage and restoration center, also known as a crisis center. The county executive says these centers help divert those dealing with a mental health issue out of the criminal justice system.
This is not for, the most severe cases, but again, the options right now, if you are having, any behavioral health crisis, wherever that is on the spectrum, your options are jail or the emergency room, and that's not necessarily appropriate.
County Board Chair says they have an ambitious goal to have this center up and running, hopefully, in the next 3 years. As of now, planning is in the early stages, so the county doesn't have a location or final price tag just yet.
This month is Suicide Awareness Month, and today a local group created a memorial for the lives lost to suicide here in Wisconsin. On the Capitol steps, pictures of empty shoes were placed, one pair for every of the more than 850 victims in the state in 2019. Organizers say more than 850 people died last year by suicide, so they hope using a physical display will show that the victims are people, not just statistics. The city of Madison has no shortage of different kinds of cuisine and arts, and pretty soon you'll have even more options to tantalize your taste buds. Our resident foodie, Melissa Kim, joins us now with what you'll find at the new Madison Public Market. Melissa?
Apparently that's my official title now. Hi, Charlotte. Project leaders for the Madison Public Market announced its first 5 vendors today. They'll be El Sabor de Puebla, Little Tibet, Caracas Empanadas, Melly Mel's, and Perfect Imperfections. All of them are food vendors except for Perfect Imperfections. They sell natural products for your body and home. Now, these 5 were already a part of the Market Ready program that's designed for entrepreneurs to be able to learn and thrive in the future market and build a community there.
Each business will thrive when their neighbors are also doing well. So for instance, if somebody comes to the market and they're wanting to buy earrings for Madre Yerba, and they get those earrings, and then they smell something really tasty. Maybe they smell the charcoal chicken from Ember Foods, and they stop and they have lunch. That sort of stopping and discovering is a really big part of what makes the community thrive.
Now, the market is planning to house more than 30 permanent vendors and hundreds of temporary ones year-round. It is slated to be open in 2022. It'll be located on East Johnson and 1st Street in the City Fleet Services building.
Melissa, thanks. Making us all hungry. All right, still to come at 6, UW Health celebrating World Cancer Research Day with several upcoming fundraising events, plus celebrating 50 years for a local nonprofit and their ongoing efforts to help young people succeed.
And later, as we get closer to the weekend, meteorologist Dana Fulton will let us know what we can expect in our full First Warn forecast. Stay with us.
At Papa Murphy's, we make fresh pizza that you bake at home. Because home is where the fun is. For a limited time only, get the Combo Magnifico Pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Join Anytime Fitness on Tuesday, October 6th during our 12-hour sale and literally only pay what you can. It's our way of helping you get back to making healthy happen. Pay what you can on Tuesday, October 6th at Anytime Fitness.
More than 2.3 million people are affected worldwide. The cause is still unknown. Our vision is a world free of multiple sclerosis. Join Meineke Car Care Center in the fight to help those in Wisconsin struggling with MS. By donating $5 to MS, Meineke will thank you with $10 off your total purchase. Stop in any Madison Meineke location today. Please join your local Meineke Car Care in the fight against MS. Meineke, on with life.
Today, I stand here to announce my bid
I'm pledging that everyone gets 35% off store-wide, and you can get an extra $100, $200, or even $300. Because at Steinhafels, the more you buy, the more you save. So come on down to Steinhafels and exercise your right to quality furniture.
It's no secret, Robertson is Wisconsin's aesthetic leader. But with results this natural, patients can keep it a secret if they want. Our secret to reducing stubborn body fat? Cool Sculpting. Book a free consultation to learn how Cool Sculpting is different at Robertson.
Hey, call again. Our water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
How do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
What?
How do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water.
My son Beckett was 2 years old when he was diagnosed with leukemia. He would get sick. Aubrey would take him to the bathroom and she would rub his back. Our family is fighting this every single day. If Donald Trump gets rid of our healthcare law, my son won't be protected. We would have to be making some tough decisions about what medications we can afford. We need a president who will protect our healthcare, and that's Joe Biden.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Today, UW Health and the UW School of Medicine and Public Health are celebrating World Cancer Research Day. They say while COVID-19 has changed a lot of things about healthcare and research, it has not changed the urgent need for innovative, groundbreaking cancer research. UW Health and UW Carbone Cancer Center are taking part in several creative events that are focused on overcoming the barriers of the pandemic to drive continued support for cancer research.
And as many healthcare providers battle COVID-19, the fight against cancer continues. September is Gynecologic Cancer Awareness Month. Tomorrow, the UW Carbone Cancer Center holds its annual Sparkle of Hope Gala virtually, not only raising money, but also reminding women about those early warning signs of things like ovarian, uterine, and cervical cancers.
Women know when something's not quite right. So it's really important that they pay attention to those symptoms and get them checked out by their primary doctor or their gynecologist if something's abnormal.
You don't have to be present in person to the hospital, but you should be always present with your physician and with your care provider to talk about the things that matter to you the most.
I'm proud to once again serve as this year's MC, and we hope you join us virtually for tomorrow's gala, 7 p.m. Friday, and viewing links can be found at sparkleofhope.org.
Operation Fresh Start is celebrating 50 years of helping more than 8,000 young people find a path to self-sufficiency through education, mentoring, and employment training. Today, the nonprofit held a socially distanced 50th anniversary kickoff event at Warner Park. OFS is committed to helping create equitable pathways for youth to find success. And News 3 Now is a very proud sponsor of Operation Fresh Start. If you are interested in helping them reach their $50,000 fundraising goal to expand programming for more youth in our area, visit operationfreshstart.org. And getting a look at our latest Coats for Kids numbers, another 174 articles of clothing were donated, bringing our total to more than 1,400. And thank you to everyone who has donated so far. We would love to break the 2,000 mark heading into the halfway point of our campaign, but we still have a long way to go.
Well, let's enjoy a few more days of these summer-like temperatures. Here's meteorologist Dana Fulton. Dana?
I know a lot of people were hoping we could just bottle up the 70s and enjoy it for a little longer, and thankfully we do have the 70s in the forecast through the weekend. Then it gets a little cooler outside. Right now we still have these scattered showers. The rain was a little more organized about 3-4 hours ago northwest of Dane County. As you can see now, it's scattered up just a little bit. We have rain mostly in the edge of Rock County, moving out of Dane County right now. Downtown Madison does look dry. This is all along a stationary front that's sagged south. It's not changing our temperatures much over the next few days, but as it has moved south, we've seen the rain form right along that boundary line. It's going to continue to sink a little further south and then pull off to the east, moving that rain completely out of the area once we get a little further past midnight. Shower chances moving out. For our overnight lows, we'll be dropping to the upper 50s. So a mild start to the day tomorrow, and then afternoon highs yet again in the 70s. We'll keep the very mild weather in for the afternoon again through the weekend, with our breeze coming in from the south for Friday. For Saturday, a little more cloud coverage building in, and we have the chance for some showers and isolated thunderstorms developing late Saturday afternoon and evening. Most likely just a mostly cloudy sky with high temperatures in the upper 70s. A lot of the area will stay dry, but we're going to keep an eye on the radar. Could have a few isolated shower chances popping up for the first half of the weekend. Our temperature trend heading into October, quite likely that we will be below average for much of the Midwest. A drier trend also developing, will likely be below average for our precipitation. Now, we've had a very dry stretch for the last week and a half. The rain chances today and a few rain chances as we look ahead to early next week. It's a good thing because after that, it does seem likely we'll be back to the drier conditions. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies by the afternoon, a little breezy outside with wind speeds anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour and mild temperatures in the upper 70s. This time of year, we should be in the upper 60s, so it's a bit of a jump. Saturday, there will be that chance for some showers and an isolated thunderstorm in the late afternoon and evening. High temperatures will be in the upper 70s again. Sunday, we drop back to about 70 degrees, and then the cooler air will arrive. We have a slight chance for showers on Sunday, a better chance for showers on Monday and Tuesday. High temperatures will be below average as we look ahead to next week with afternoon highs in the 50s and overnight lows starting to sink down quite a bit. By the end of the week, we'll see consistent overnight lows in the upper 30s. So it'll be a little cooler outside, but that's also going to help with our leaves changing color a little bit more, getting that cooler air in.
This is a special day in the weather office, isn't it?
It is kind of a big deal for us today.
He got the day off, but 30 years ago today, this young fellow was a young meteorologist joining us. It was his first day. Congrats to Gary for 30 years. I hope he's enjoying his Cubs somewhere.
You know, I texted him and said, if you're by a TV, turn it on now, but you know he's not.
Oh, he's not. I have been fighting for this, guys, and he's going to be so grumpy that we ran this.
Yeah. He's grumpy that he doesn't get to work.
That's true.
You know Gary.
That is so true.
Gary, congrats. Nobody cares more about delivering safety to the viewers of Southern Wisconsin than this guy. And Gary, congrats on 30 years. Dana, where were you 30 years ago today?
Well, let's not go there, shall we?
Charlotte, our little high school kids.
Coming
Dana
up
was a gleam in Mama's eye.
It was a dream floating around somewhere.
Again, congrats to Gary. Just ahead in sports, the Packers gearing up for the Saints' high-powered offense. Why the defense has priority number one. There's old Drew Brees. Zach's in next with sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Joe Biden tried to cut Social Security and Medicare for decades.
When I argued that we should freeze federal spending, I meant Social Security as well. I meant Medicare and Medicaid. I tried it twice, I tried it a third time, and I tried it a fourth time.
Now, Biden's promising your benefits to illegal immigrants. President Trump is protecting Social Security and Medicare, lowering costs, expanding access, keeping his word.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Working out? Not canceled. Catching up? Not canceled. Game night? Not canceled. Nap time? Not canceled. If new carpet would make you happier at home, we're here to help with standard carpet installation of just $75. Carpet one room or your whole house. And installation is only $75 while we celebrate our 75th anniversary. Coil Carpet One Floor and Home. Locally owned and operated since 1945.
At iMart Express, you'll save on glasses for classes. For $79, get 2 pairs with kid-safe polycarbonate lenses and a free 1-year frame warranty. For a limited time, get a free upgrade to blue filtering lenses, a $250 value, all for $79.
Right now, get free delivery with Hy-Vee Aisles Online. That's right, get free delivery in September when you order Hy-Vee Aisles Online. You'll find more time slots available so you can get your groceries when you need them. The freshest items, your favorite brands, and the same prices and deals as in store. Plus, unlimited delivery is available with the Hy-Vee Aisles Online membership. Get free, no-contact delivery in September from our delivery partner, DoorDash. Download the Hy-Vee Grocery app today.
Add style to your bathroom with Menards. Shop our great selection of Dakota vanities. With generous interior storage and a variety of finishes, styles, and sizes to choose from, you'll find the perfect fit for your bathroom. Like this Monroe vanity. It has a shaker-style design that's both modern and rustic. Right now, save 11% on all Dakota vanities at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Madison protesters are planning another rally in the aftermath of an indictment in the Breonna Taylor case. How it might impact your weekend plans. Plus, your weekend forecast seeing a big change-up. Hattie's timing out the rain for us Friday morning.
When you think of the Saints, high-powered offense comes to mind. I mean, they have Drew Brees running the show, and he gets the ball out quick to Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas. This year, though, Brees hasn't looked like himself, and Thomas has been hurt. Still, New Orleans is averaging 29 points per game, and the Packer defense knows even if Brees is playing below his standards, that offense is still really good.
I mean, he's still Drew Brees. He can make a lot of passes. He can still get his offense going. He can still make a lot of big plays.
A lot of playmakers there. Obviously, you got a Hall of Fame quarterback. They're a team that everybody in the league watches because their staff does such a great job of getting just explosive plays and are able to generate points year in and year out.
Some good news for the Packers defense. Kenny Clark was back at practice in a limited role today after missing all of last week with a groin injury. His status for Sunday night is still TBD, but he is making progress. It's year 3 of the Jesse Norris era at Edgewood, and it's also a youth movement. The Crusaders have only 5 seniors on this year's squad, so varsity experience is a little limited. But Norris isn't worried because at Edgewood, there's a saying that the Crusaders live by: hold the rope. And if each guy does it, they'll be all right come Friday night.
The main thing is doing your job, especially when no one asks of it. But also, of course, it's what you do when no one's watching. And we've definitely bought into that.
You got to do your job. Yep. You got to do what's expected of you, and you got to be able to trust the others to do their job as well, because I'm relying on that person to get their job done. And on the flip side, I'm relying on that person not let go.
How about a little throwback Thursday? 15 years ago today, Barry Alvarez and Wisconsin welcomed 13th-ranked Michigan to Camp Randall for their Big Ten opener. And with 30 seconds to go, John Stocco ran the old QB sneak to perfection to upset the Wolverines and give Coach Alvarez a win over Big Blue in his final season with the Badgers. And last night, Wisconsin native Tyler Hero absolutely went off against the Celtics. Hero came off the bench for the Heat and dropped in a career-high 37 points to give Miami a 3-1 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now remember, Hero is only 20 years old and a rookie. Rookies normally don't do that, but his nickname at Kentucky was I'm a Bucket, so it kind of makes sense. But that's a weird nickname. I'm a bucket. What about just bucket getter?
Just bucket.
He could have been a Badger. A lot of people don't like that. Every time he hits a 3, it makes me mad. Every time that he didn't come here. Let's go to Dana. Final check.
Tomorrow, partly sunny skies. That'll become mostly sunny in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 70s. Mild through the weekend with cooler temperatures building in for next week. A lot of rain opportunities mixed in as well.
All right, Dana, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.